In today's energy markets, let's take a look at WTI crude futures as they're experiencing some selling pressure for a second session. We're seeing them down about 3% currently, but well off the lows of the intraday session. Right around $99 is the futures market, so below 100. But as I mentioned, really recouping over 50% of the selling pressure that was initially realized earlier in the session. And I think when you look at some of the driving factors today, a lot has to do with the uncertainties as far as the global demand, and with Shanghai enacting further lockdowns, and the perception is that China is going to continue to have these issues maybe a little bit longer than what was being priced in, and that's contributing to again reduced demand expectations in that region, and also I think expanding from a global perspective, as we are seeing again the impact of the interest rate environment rising, and things starting to slow a little bit from a global perspective. And also I think that's impacting sentiment when you look at some of the areas within the energy space, and particularly when you look at WTI and Brent today under some pressure. Now RBOB is not down as much, so we are seeing that holding up relative to WTI today. Down about half as much, down about 1.5%, with WTI down about 3% currently. So there is a shifting dynamic there, but overall, we're still seeing some of the areas where we did see some escalation in prices, showing some moderation today, particularly in the commodity space. And looking at the general trends now, we are seeing WTI pushing back down to basically a 9-session low intraday as we hit that 95.28 level earlier in the session. So we are kind of testing the low end of the range for the last couple of weeks, but then a bit of a recovery here late in the session, back up into that 99 handle currently. So again, some of that selling pressure has been alleviated throughout today's session. And also, when you look at natural gas, now there is one area where we are seeing renewed strength. After some selling pressure last week, natural gas futures are actually higher on the session. So that's countering some of the selling pressure that we're seeing in WTI and RBOB today.